Welcome to the Multiply Your Success podcast, where each week we help growth-minded entrepreneurs and franchise leaders take the next step in their expansion journey. I'm your host, Tom DuFore, CEO of Big Sky Franchise Team, and a big, happy new year to you and yours. And I hope that you have had a great time celebrating the conclusion of 2023 and the celebration as well of going into a brand new year, new start, new beginnings here in 2024. So happy new year. And I hope that you have a prosperous and fun and fulfilling 2024. Now, for our episode today is going to be a little bit different. I thought it would be fun to go through what my predictions are for 2024 in terms of business trends and trends that I see happening or continuing to happen. And then I thought it would be fun to compare that to what ChatGPT has to say. So let's see what artificial intelligence has to say. So let's go ahead and go through ChatGPT's first, and then we'll go through mine. And I did them separate. So I did my top 5 trends first, and then I typed a search into ChatGPT to see what artificial intelligence had to say. So let's go ahead and compare. So here is what ChatGPT had to say when I asked for its top 5 business trends going into 2024. ChatGPT said, "As of my last knowledge update in January 2023, I don't have specific information on the trends for 2024. However, I can provide you with some general areas that have been trending in recent years and might continue to shape the business landscape. Number 1, technology integration." And it said continued advancement in technologies such as artificial intelligence, automation, and data analytics are likely to play a significant role in business operations and strategy. Number 2, remote work evolution. The shift toward remote work has been accelerated by global events. Even in 2024, businesses might continue to explore and optimize remote work structures and technologies. Number 3, sustainability and social responsibility. Consumers and businesses are increasingly concerned about the environment and social issues. Companies that demonstrate a commitment to sustainability and social responsibility are likely to gain favor. Number 4, e-commerce and digital transformation. The trend toward online business and digital transformation is expected to persist. Companies need to adapt to evolving consumer behaviors and embrace digital solutions for marketing, sales, and customer engagement. Number 5, and the final one, is resilience and adaptability. Businesses that can quickly adapt to changing circumstances and demonstrate resilience are likely to thrive. Flexibility and agility in responding to unforeseen challenges will remain crucial. For the most accurate and up-to-date information on business trends in 2024, I recommend checking with industry reports, reputable business publications, and attending relevant conferences and events within your industry. So that is word for word what ChatGPT had to say. So let's go ahead and now compare that to my top 5 trends that I think are going to be pressing and see where the differences are. So my trends, and these are in no particular order, I just numbered them. My number 1 that I had listed was the continued growth and incorporation of artificial intelligence into business and everyday life. So I think that falls right in line with what ChatGPT said for their technology integration. My second trend is that the increased use of automation will expand beyond just marketing and sales. And so we're seeing automation integration, and has been for many years, into marketing and sales efforts. But I see this trend continuing to expand into business operations. So I think that that falls in line similarly to what ChatGPT said, again, for this technology integration. They had kind of incorporated that, as well as that e-commerce and digital transformation kind of played together there. Number 3 that I said is the continuation of the joint employer challenges and rule changes that are occurring federally and at the state and local level of business. And this is the National Labor Relations Board and the International Franchise Association, and just how this is going to continue to impact franchising, not only short-term, but I see this being a long-term trend as well. And number 4 on my list is inflation, and that I see inflation continuing to make an impact. It's going to continue to impact prices. It's going to continue to impact lending and borrowing rates, and it's going to continue to impact consumer behavior. And I think that's going to continue for the next year and probably into the following year, that we continue to see this trend. And then number 5 on my list, I've seen this trend starting to grow, but it's really a continued rebalancing of in-person events and online events. So I don't think that in-person events will reach back to the same level that it was prior to the COVID lockdowns, but I do see a trend that's been occurring the last year or so, and I think it's going to continue, of more in-person events and more people attending in-person events, and a demand from the general consumer for that, just for the sake of getting back to meeting people. We are social creatures after all, and we want to shake hands and meet one another at different conferences. So I think that is a very important trend. So I think when we look at these, there is some crossover with technology and some that are not. So I think we see that in there. And one final trend that I would throw out there as I'm recording this, it just came to my mind, is really the continued trend of new business startups. And this has been a trend that's been ongoing for 3 years. I see this continuing, where there have been nearly or roughly 5 million new business startups annually over the course of the last year and last couple of years. And I think that that trend is going to continue, and that it's actually going to continue to grow. So for anyone in franchising or serving those customers and new business startups, this is a great, great time, because the general public in the United States has new business startup on their mind, which means that some of those folks are going to be buying franchises. So comparatively, roughly 5 million new startups over the course of the past year. And just pre-pandemic numbers, you're looking at, it was trending close to about 3.5 million new startups in 2019. So just to show that as a comparison between the two, about 1.5 million new startups between those years. So that is the episode today, folks. We're going to keep it really, really short. I hope this episode gives you a few nuggets to think about. And before we go, we ought to do a win-win. So let's go ahead into today's win-win. So today's win-win is really foresight and thinking forward a little bit, and thinking about how some of these macroeconomic trends that are occurring, or macro trends just in general, may be impacting your business, or how these trends that I'm predicting, that ChatGPT predicted here, and maybe some trends that you need to think about in your industry and in your business segment, and how those trends are going to impact your business, and how you can use foresight to adjust your business to be ready for those changes or those trends, or to see those trends as an opportunity for your business, or to differentiate from your competition. And so that's our episode today, folks. I really, truly hope that you have a wonderful and happy New Year celebration today and forthcoming, and that you have a prosperous and fulfilling 2024. And I really hope that it is fulfilling for you and your associates, your loved ones, your friends, and so on. So let's go ahead and wrap the episode today, folks. So please, please, please remember to like and subscribe our podcast. Share this with your friends and family. We so appreciate you and are just looking forward to a great 2024. We have an awesome guest lineup with some really big names and some big brands that will be joining us on our podcast coming into 2024. So have a great rest of your week, and we look forward to having you back for our episode next week. Thanks, everyone.